So what do toilets do? So you can open up the top and look inside the tank. You see two different tubes. And the first one has a plug. And it has chains. The chains are connected to another section. When you flush the toilet, the plug opens and water goes out down into the toilet. The other tube, what's it for? It's for water pressure. The towers have pressure that'll help refill the toilet. The ball, what does the ball do? When it goes down, it will empty all the water. Then when it's all the way down, the toilet will know that it's enough. Then it'll fill up. It'll fill it up 3/4 of the way, and that ball helps balance out the toilet water. Why do people get dizzy? So in your ear, you have things called semicircular canals. They look like circles. Often there's a lot of mixture moving around, and inside there's a liquid, and the liquid sound comes in, and it'll disrupt those hairs moving that liquid around, and then it moves super fast. And sometimes when the hairs are moving so fast and sound's coming in, the liquid is just moving all over. There's no real balance in any of it. It's just going everywhere. That's what makes people dizzy. Then, when all of that movement stops, that's when it fades away. Then it can go back to normal, back to regular circles. So magicians, you'll watch them on TV, they have that wooden box, there's a woman laying in it, and he's able to saw them in half. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's so great, so impressive. Well, today I'm going to tell you a secret. Before they start, women who have the same body type inside, there are two women inside. So the first woman gets in, and she's already sitting in before the show starts, but she's not showing her legs. And then the second woman comes on stage, and they've practiced many times, but the one woman gets in and puts the leg out at the same time as the other woman. So then the man puts in both of the wood, and he saws them in half, and then shows everybody, wow, look, it's great. Then puts her back together, and then he will put the two boxes back together. And as they practice, the woman will draw her legs in at the same time as the other one's getting out, and everyone just thinks it's so great and fantastic. So now I have a question. Do you think it's real magic? So pupils are super interesting. If you go into the bathroom and you turn the lights off, the mirror's in front of you, wait a few minutes, turn the lights on, and you will see how big your pupils have gotten, the big black circles. Why? Because they need light, so they open to get more light in. But when you're outside, you're driving, the sun's in your eyes, what happens to your pupils? they get smaller because they don't need that sun. And that's why people often put on sunglasses. It's the same idea as cameras' pupils are. So you have the lens, it opens up and it lets light in, and then it gets smaller for pictures that are, if you need darker pictures. Sometimes if it's very dark outside, you'll add a flash. That'll add more light. Now we have new technology in the military that has special dark glasses where you can see people walking back and forth. They're dark goggles. Night vision goggles, it helps you. They take in that light for you. Those goggles are the same idea as pupils. How do keys open locks? You have many keys and you try a bunch of them and they won't open. But how does that lock know it's one? How does it know its special key? So for my children, I have a special toy. They have this toy that has round, circle, square, triangle. Then you find the shape that matches. Was it round? Oh no, didn't fit in there. Was a square, fit in another one. It's the same idea for a lock. Inside, there's a magnet, and that it must match the key. You have the straight line with the teeth, goes right in, and it matches the teeth, the other teeth. They're movable. The bottom is movable, but once it registers that the teeth are there, then it's able to open. And that's the same how the lock. That's all inside of the lock. Keys were made 4,000 years ago in Germany. 400. Ooh, keys were made over 400 years ago in Germany. So cotton candy, where can you get that? At the fair, right? They have it's big and soft, it's fluffy. It can be pink, it can be blue, different colors, green, orange, yellow, but most of the time it's pink and blue. How do you make that candy? So you start with the sugar. So it's the same like salt and pepper shakers. You have sugar shakers. It's the same idea. Sugar shaker. You put in the machine, the machine spins that around, and it's strong, it's centrifuge, and then it changes the sugar and makes those individual crystals fluffy. Then they take the paper cone, they twirl it around those, and then it stays right on top of that cone. And then, but when you eat it, it goes right back to the original sugar, right? Moisture, and it goes right back down to what that original sugar is. So what are scabs? Have you ever experienced a cut or scratch? And then it has red stuff after. It's called a scab. So you have your skin and it pulls apart. So inside there are blood vessels. But your body is really fast at working and fixing that, right? So the blood cells, called platelets, it's their responsibility to protect you from bleeding out. So they go into they show up fast, and they create fibers inside of your cell, or inside of your skin, that helps create that scab. And then it dries, and that'll stop the blood from coming out. So then your scab was first red, then it's pink, it's then pink skin, and then after a while it becomes the same color as all the rest of your skin. It's pretty interesting.